Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Tiana is here finally. Today's video, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be trying out the Fenty Eaze Drop skin tint. Yes, blurring skin tint. So today I'm finally going to be trying this out. I've had it for quite some time and I really want to try it out. So here we go. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on this skin tint, then please stay tuned. I haven't watched a full video of anyone's review or first impressions or wear test on this skin tint yet, and I know it's been almost 2 months since this came out and I'm a little bit behind, but I kind of like that, like not doing a video when everyone is talking about it. So I did watch like maybe the snippet of like choosing the shade because I was so confused. It doesn't have as many shades as her Pro Filter foundation. So there is, of course, on Sephora and I guess on the Fenty website as well, you can put in your Fenty Pro Filter foundation color and then it will tell you what's a good shade for this. So I got shade 20, and because it's supposed to be a light to medium coverage, it's supposed to like blend into your skin. So it's supposed to work for a variety of different shades. It says it's for all skin tones. It blends and blurs to instant perfection and it is light as air. So I honestly have been loving a more kind of like sheer coverage foundation lately. I know I haven't really been doing a lot of like tutorials and stuff like that because I've honestly just been trying to figure out what to do for you guys, but I'm gonna just stick to what I know and just keep doing me. So I'm gonna start off with priming because although I do like a sheer coverage, I don't want to be completely, you know, pores and everything on blast. So I'm using my Milani No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer, and I really just focus this directly in my T-zone area, and I literally took like the smallest amount. I didn't do a whole lot. So one thing I like about when I do my foundation reviews or skin tint reviews, I don't want to scale back on any products that I use in my normal everyday routine. So even though this is meant to be like a light coverage, I'm still going to dress it up with concealer, setting powder, everything, because I really want to see how it works with all of my other products. So I'm going to go in now with this Eaze Drop, and I actually like the packaging. It's very different. You do get a 1.08 fluid ounces and it does say to shake really well, so I'm going to do so. And I feel like this screams applying with a sponge, but I'm going to go in with a brush even then, because I actually don't like applying my foundations with sponges. I will do it if I'm in like a tight bind, like I don't have any clean brushes, or you know, I'm just really in a rush. But most of the time I like applying my foundation, even lighter coverage foundations, with a brush. However, I am going to use more of a stippling brush today since this is a lighter coverage foundation. So this is a very old Eco Tools brush that I have, and so it's a lot more flexible. It's not as stiff as a foundation brush. So I'm just gonna squeeze some out onto the back of my hand, and I actually like that it's a squeeze too, because I feel like you can kind of gauge and set how much of the foundation comes out. So this is how it looks, and as you can see, it is definitely a lot lighter than me, but I'm gonna just go ahead and brush it on and hope that this blends out okay. I probably should have used a even lighter brush. So I'm just kind of sticking to one side because I was kind of nervous when I just applied it and it is like not my shade. But it does say that it blends and blurs to instant perfection. So okay, sorry about that guys. I had a phone call, so I am back now, and it's been about 5 to 10 minutes and this actually has dried down really nicely. So if you guys can tell, it isn't like very bright and yellow like how it came out of the tube, but I see like a little bit of coverage, not obviously not full coverage. It's definitely, I would say, leaning more towards medium, not exactly light, but still a little bit more coverage than light. So I would say more medium coverage. And I'm actually really liking how it dried down, how it's actually not very oily. And I didn't really focus the primer out here. I put it right in my T-zone area, and even so, like, I can see it's a little bit shiny like right in here, but I didn't focus a whole bunch of it like right in here. So I noticed that this actually looks pretty good, and it's not, like I said, it's not the most coverage, but it's not that bad. And then also it isn't super duper dewy. This pretty much dried up. This is still how it looks. It's still light, but as you can see how it applied to my skin, it definitely doesn't look like this. So if you guys have this skin tint, definitely let me know what you guys think down below. So I put a little bit more on the back of my hand, and this time I'm actually going to go in a little less. So the first time I just kind of went in with a lot on the brush, and I'm really focusing it underneath the eye area, and I'm just kind of fanning it outwards. So I've been really liking applying my foundation like that lately, because I just noticed that I get more of like a medium coverage, but full in the areas that I need it to be full in. Okay, and now you can see the area that I still have to hit, which is my forehead up here. I would say I probably, if I really wanted to wear this like as a daily skin tint during the summer, spring and summer months, I would say I probably would get another shade almost to mix it to have like the perfect shade. But I know, me personally, I know that once I apply concealer and stuff like that and bronzer, I could probably make it work. So I have just a little bit left. So I'm just gonna touch up some areas just to see if it's kind of buildable or does it kind of sheer out. Okay, so now that I have a full face on, I can see the overall like nice glow that it gives. It's definitely obviously not drying down matte, and it is medium coverage. Like I said, I've tried light coverage things in the past, and I actually give this more medium. I can still see my mole right here. I can see it a lot clearer in the mirror than I can on the monitor screen for the camera. So, you know, I can definitely tell it's more on the lighter to medium side. But for me, for the rest of my face, I would say more medium coverage. Now, I would say it is kind of buildable, but it still does sheer out because I do have like a mark right here, like a scar from me just picking my face. So I can still see it right there. So it does tend to sheer out a little bit. But overall, I'm actually really liking the glow that I have right now from this skin tint. Would I like to see myself glowing like this? Probably not, because this is a bit much. Even though I did put primer on, you guys can see that it is pretty dewy, pretty glowy right here. So I feel like this is me. This is how I look maybe after 3 hours of wearing a foundation that's not very mattifying, and I didn't do a lot of like powder and stuff like that. This is probably how it would look normally. So it's not that bad, especially for spring and summer months. So is this the perfect spring summer foundation? I don't know, because it definitely gives you a very lightweight coverage. I do like how they were able to pretty much make it blend into your skin tone. Like it kind of just, somebody is popping fireworks at 8:51 on a Sunday, just randomly popping off fireworks. I don't know why, but I really do like the fact that they only released a certain amount of shades and they work for a variety of skin tones. Like that is really nice. If I were to just wear this on its own, I would definitely do just a tad bit of powder under here, because again, I don't really like the extreme dewiness that it's giving me right now. But on its own, it's definitely giving enough coverage if you wanted to just do like a little bit of coverage for maybe a beach day, or if you're the type to wear foundation when you go to the gym. Like if you just want to do that, you just want to throw that on, I definitely think this is thumbs up for that. I want to see how it compares against some of the other skin tints that are on the market. Like I said, this is kind of like my first introduction into an actual skin tint. To see how it's going to perform, like how it's going to look once I put on concealer and powder and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm starting off with, I'm actually gonna stick with Fenty. I'm gonna use the Pro Filter Retouch Instant Retouch Concealer underneath my eyes today. I haven't used this in quite some time because I've just been using every other concealer. Mainly I feel like I've been using the e.l.f. concealers a lot, but this one is really good as well. So everything is blending out really well, which I expected. I feel like the lighter coverage, the foundation, or I won't say the lighter coverage, but the more lightweight a foundation is, I feel like products that go on top of it tend to blend in really easily. I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Bakery setting powder to set underneath my eyes. I'm gonna also put some on my eyelids because I'm not gonna be doing eyeshadow today. You guys know I don't bake per se. I just kind of like put on powder and then just let it set for a few minutes and then dust it away. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze now, but I'm still liking everything. The only thing, like I said, I just noticed that like it's like a difference in coverage in certain areas, which I'm not mad about because I would like my under eye area to be more concealed, more coverage. So hopefully bronzing, I use bronzing as like my way to really tone down whatever colors the foundation is giving. Like if it's green, if it's not red, because I feel like bronzing really doesn't work on my skin tone if the foundation is a little too red, because that's kind of what I'm doing when I'm bronzing, is I'm using more of like a reddish brown bronzer. So if the foundation is a little too red, then it's not really gonna work. It's gonna clash. But if the foundation is too yellow, it's kind of green on me, looking a little too olive, then I feel like bronzing just really helps tone down any of those other shades that it's kind of like casting underneath. So that's why I tend to bronze every time now, and I feel like it just looks a lot better. I'm gonna just go in now with my Milani mascara and some lip gloss, of course. If you guys have any other skin tints you want me to try to like maybe do like a comparison against this one, definitely let me know. I think there was one by Laura Mercier that might be new and I kind of wanted to try it out. I saw it at Ulta, so I think I might get that one as well. So definitely let me know. I know with skin tints it's definitely like a toss-up because of the shades, because it's more, you know, it's supposed to be more of like a, not a one size fits all, but it's just supposed to fit a wider range of skin tones. So sometimes it's a toss-up, especially with certain brands that don't really cater to darker skin tones. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip liner in Club Hopper. I'm gonna follow that up with my Fenty lip cream in Cookie Jar. And this is a very orange color. I feel like this is a lot more orange than I thought it was gonna be, but I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter now. I'm gonna do just the highlighter from the Black Radiance palette. I feel like when I'm doing more of like a summery look, I feel like highlight is like a must, but whew, the lip color has to grow on me, but it's different, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it for today's purposes of the video so that I can try something different and not always do just a glossy nude lip. So this is the finished look. As you guys can see, I'm looking more matte than what I was earlier. There is a little bit glow in here, but it's not very like super in your face glowy. So that's what I like about powders and concealers, and once you put everything on, doesn't really like, you really can't tell how much glow was coming from the foundation, at least not right away. Definitely down the line, some hours pass, you probably will be able to tell. So I'm gonna try to keep this on as long as I can for this evening. It is kind of late in the evening right now, but I'm gonna come back. So it's 9 o'clock right now. So I don't go to bed usually until late anyways. So I'll check back in before I get ready to wash my face for the night. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night. I'm getting ready to wash my face and it is currently 11:44. You guys can see that. Well, 11:45 now. So it's been on for about 2.5 hours now, and as you can see, I've eaten. My lip gloss is completely gone, or my lip cream is completely gone, and I've eaten, I've laid down, I've relaxed for the past 2.5 hours, and you can see it is pretty oily. And I haven't really, I mean, obviously it's late at night, so I haven't been outside. I haven't been like doing much. I literally just like laid down. So I'm definitely looking very glowy in here. I don't know, like it's definitely something I would have to get used to. 2.5 hours and I'm looking this oily, this glowy. I mean, if you are a fan of this glow, to me it looks like I've been sweating, like I worked out or something, and I'm like sweating right here. But if you're a fan of looking very glowy, then this is definitely the skin tint for you. But I just wanted to come back in and check in with you guys. Like I said, it's been about 2.5 hours. So yeah, this is what it looks like after 2.5 hours on someone who has oily skin. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of me trying this skin tint. As I said, leave down any other recommendations for skin tints, or I don't know what you would call them, down in the comment section below. Everything that I used today will be linked down in the description box below, so check there. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe and watch my last video. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more content from me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.